Hey, what's up, guys? This is Team Hard Life Captain Alberto Zertuche here, and got a pretty interesting thing going on here. Hiring workers as they come in, and realizing that not everybody's going to be on the same level as I am on fishing or knowledge and stuff like that, but when they show a lot of heart to be willing to work, it goes a long way. It really does. So I'm sitting here making pompano leaders, and somehow I just mixed them all up and stuff. What I'm doing is adding them the beads and stuff like that for them. I'm gonna stick with one color right now, and then I'll move into something else different. So see how it goes. What's up, Ray, Joseph, CJ, Brandon, John? Yep. Well, I'm glad you're back, Brandon. Like I said, for us here, life's hard, guys. It really is. There's a lot of things that can go right real quick, and there's a lot of things that go wrong real quick. For us here, Hard light is bait and tackle. All right. With us here, we do the best we can to work with our customers and stuff like that, because that's why I named it Hard Life's Bait and Tackle, because I know what it's like to be on that side of the counter talking to somebody on this side of the counter that really doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. Now, I don't fault them for having a job and doing this and that. I fault the business owner, and this is something that I've talked about many times. But today, through the evolution of the channel and stuff like that, I've met a lot of great people, a lot of great subs that have come through and have seen where our heart is at, and we've seen where theirs is at, and a lot of people extend their arms and are willing to take the shirt off their back to help us, as we are willing to do with them.
Having trouble cutting it.
All right. Okay, so hold on real quick. When you're cutting, you gotta angle this down just a little bit, like that. So when it goes flush.
So isn't it cut a little bit from right here?
Yeah, you just cut a little bit more to clean it off. But like I said, the best thing to do is to do it over the tray, so you'll drop that little piece
Like
of
this?
lead. Yeah, but also too, right? See right at the edge right there, and then cut it. Right? Yeah, that's a lot better. Now I'll show you what to do with that here in a while, but yeah, just try to keep it as flush as you can, and you won't have to go back and do any fixes and stuff. But that felt good on there too. All right. So with the amount of workers that have been, it's been a roller coaster for us. Sometimes we got a lot of workers and we're putting gear out, and then other times we don't have any workers. One of the biggest things with me and talking with Jeff too is while working here, we have to put out a certain amount of product per person, obviously, to keep them employed. A lot of guys, what they don't understand is, it's not just a paycheck, guys. You have to make the product for us to be able to turn around and sell it, so that way we can pay you. Because if you're not putting out enough product, there's no way we can sell the product, in order to keep you employed, And for us, we're not a big shop, like I said, I'm like all my other workers, we're going paycheck to paycheck, sale to sale, and we're doing everything we can to expand our horizons, meet new people, get into new tackle shops, and so that way we get a lot more sales and a lot more product going, and obviously for growth. So by doing it right, doing our customers right, taking care of them, doing the same with our workers too, and them taking care of us, it all goes hand in hand. Now for me, the deal that's really hitting me this morning is, like I said, Last few days we've had, some workers come in, and I'm trying to really, it's delicate. Some people are not 100% healthy, fit, and fast moving and stuff like that, but they're willing to work, they're willing to get up, and they're willing to do the right thing. Now, there's others that are completely fit, completely healthy, completely knowledgeable, but don't want to do anything, and they're lazy. And that's what strikes me. Is like, wow, man, you have the abilities to just soar, and you'd rather just sit there and float by. It's like, I don't get that. So right now with the workers that I got and stuff like that, they've made some referrals. Hey, we got somebody else to come out and help, and then and for me, something gave me to ask this new worker, about himself, and the things he's telling me is just like, wow. It's like, at such a young age, he's doing everything he can to pick himself up, because he got it knocked down pretty good, and he's doing the right things to get himself straightened up and stuff like that. And I don't mean by like drug use or anything like that. It's just life is it's hitting. And so, and for me, it's telling me that, there's ways that I can help them, but also too, I'm real weary on it, because all of us try to help other people, no matter what. However, we have also learned too that you can only help those that are willing to help themselves. So, with this individual, coming in and willing to work, and, he's trying to get his things right, get his life in order and stuff like that. And, I told him, I said, my biggest thing here is, don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. And, we can all work, when you're here, if you're working, we will take care of you and stuff. And, he hadn't eaten breakfast or lunch or whatever, and we're just walking in, and we're getting up, we're set up for that. And I was like, we'll go and get lunch for you. And he goes, well, I got some money. I said, look, I know you're just starting, save what you got. We'll help you out for the first week to give you an opportunity to kind of get ahead a little bit, you know what I mean? A lot of it also too, I was thinking about yesterday and everything that happened with, one of our winners here who'd made a donation, because, talking with the kid, I asked him, do you like to fish? He goes, oh, I love to fish. I said, so what kind of gear do you have? He's like, that's the thing. When everything happened, and he had to move out and live with somebody else, all his gear and everything stayed over there, and they're not allowing him to get anything for it. And so I told him, I said, well, prove yourself to be a good worker, and we can help you out, get your fishing license, so that way when you do come out, you can be legal. I go, and as for fishing gear, I really wouldn't worry about that, because one of the main things here is for our guys to come up and talk to our customers. We train them, and that's OJT while fishing. And he goes, well, man, that's awesome. And he's like, well, when can we go? And I was like, well, that's the thing. Right now, we're so far behind with, the amount of work we got going and stuff like that, and haven't had nobody here to really help us catch up. It's going to be a little bit. I said, but that's one of the main things that we got to do, is get you out there going fishing, and you'll be using our gear, so that way you learn firsthand what our tackle is capable of doing, because you will see it, you will learn it, you will do it, and then that's how you'll get to be able to move up within the shop and stuff like that. I said, but in the meantime, you need to, you got to earn it, guys. I noticed when I give too much too fast, it just, I've been hurt too many times with, doing all of that, and it really sucks for me. But, it teaches me too that, those are the ones that I don't keep trying to lead to the watering hole. But with this one, it just goes back to the donation that we got for us to help out, some of the local kids with fishing tackle and gear and stuff like that. That everything just kept popping up in my head, like how it was all lining up for, this young man here. So, it looks like we already have a candidate for a lot of that money that was donated to, help out some kids, keep into fishing and stuff like that. And so, for me, like I said, it's I'm interested to see where this is going. I'm happy to know that, you know, I've got a lot of guys, you know, within the channel that support us, like I said, and are willing to help out. But also too, I like to give y'all a little bit of what's going on behind the scenes and stuff. And that's why I like these live videos, because I can sit here and, you know, let things happen, or things that are happening, I can let y'all know what's going on and stuff like that. Sometimes when I'm just recording videos, I'm sitting there and concentrating on whatever knowledge I'm trying to put out there at that point. And with the live, you know, it's live. You know, this is actually going on right now. And, you know, I just felt like I, you know, should share it with y'all and stuff. So, you know, I look forward to many more progress reports, I guess you can say, with this and stuff. And so I'm excited, you know, that I can see the pain in this young man with what he's got going on in his life and stuff. And, you know, I told him, I was like, you know, if you ever just need to talk to somebody, you know, I'm here. You know what I mean? You know, just let me know. And, you know, if you just need some time to yourself, let us know too. You know what I mean? You got to communicate. If you don't communicate, you know, and you just store all this inside you, you know, it can make you bitter, it can make you mean, it can make you sad, it can do a lot of things to you that can have long-term damage. And I'd hate to see a young man like this with so much potential, you know, taken down like that. So for me, I've learned a lot of knowledge lately. Like I said, you know, I got into family counseling and stuff like that for me, my wife, my kids and stuff, because the childhood I grew up in was way different from what's going on now. And obviously I don't want to repeat a vicious circle that I was introduced to, because I know my father went through it, his father went through it, his father went, and it just got passed down. And I'm not trying to pass that on to my kids and or through my workers or anything like that, or especially with guys on our channel. So it's just, you know, it spoke to me, and something, you know, as soon as you walked in, I could feel it, you know. But, you know, I want, you know, I let him know, hey, we're gonna be here for you, but you got to work too, you know. You know, if you need some time to talk or whatever, come on down. We're here for you and stuff. But yeah, sorry I hadn't been seeing y'all's comments, guys. I know y'all were going off on this. But yes, for me, motivation is a big thing, guys. You got to stay motivated no matter how hard you get hit, how far you fall. You got to dust yourself up and keep moving forward. Don't get stuck in that rut, you know. Life can be quicksand sometimes. You just slow and steady is better than not moving at all and giving up. So, yep. Toby, Bluegrass, Chadwin, how you doing? No, I have not been fishing, and that was one of his questions, like, you know, when was the last time you went fishing? I said, it's been a while, you know, with everything going on. What's up, Chevy? How you doing? Roger, Lewis. Yep. What's up, FTW? How you doing? Yes, sir. That it is. It is a hard life family. You know, we've all felt it. You know what I mean? And but you know, we all know we got to still get up, put our pants on, get some tire laces up, and get to it. So for me, you know, I just wanted to let him know that, you know, he's got more support here and stuff like that, and we're definitely up for it and stuff like that. Actually, I hadn't had a chance to talk to him on what type of gear he does use. I'll get some more information from him later on today, but you know, you can hear him in the back. He's going through the weights right now. As soon as I learn more about the young man and stuff like that, we can definitely put some things together and stuff like that. But like I said, I want to see how far he's motivated to go. By him showing up today was a huge step in the right direction, because sometimes it is hard to go out and help yourself, when you can be feeling all of this. And it definitely showed that he is not letting his feelings control his emotions and or which way he needs to go or what he needs to do. And that spoke volumes today by him coming in today and stuff. And like I said, with everything going on, with the amount of help that we got here and the support we got with each other, I think this is a perfect environment for him to get a lot of healing going on. It's the bit that I can get from him. I mean, he's been through a lot and stuff like that, and we're definitely gonna help him out, keep him back on track, and definitely look forward to positive growth in his life, ours as well. And it feels good knowing that there's opportunity for us to bless somebody else. So I'm looking forward to it, guys. So that's awesome. Thank you, Edgar. Yeah. We'll definitely start off with his fishing license, that's for sure. Like I said, we'll probably wait till Friday and go from there. Give him a week here to kind of acclimate with us, and I didn't want to pry too much, all in the first 5 minutes. He don't really know who I am or what I'm about. He says he does watch the channel, so he's seen quite a bit of it, which is good. So he probably has a feel of who I am and what I'm about. But definitely, I didn't want to push it too hard on the first, meeting, trying to learn everything about him. When he's ready, he'll tell us some more. But this is what I'm looking forward to. So, this will be awesome. Help a young man grow up and find a network of other people willing to help, and or just be there to listen. So sometimes that's all it takes, is an open ear. So how's everybody doing today? It is Tuesday. I stayed back last night doing a lot of the leaders. You can see a lot of it is gone that I had hanging, but I did find some materials and started working on it. But we did get an order from the bait bucket, so pompano leaders is on one of them that I know I don't have right now enough to fill that order. So I'm gonna knock those out real quick. I'll show you what's going on with the tackle on the wall. It looks a lot better now that I've knocked out quite a bit of that. Definitely gonna keep it going. That's cool. So what do you plan to do on your days off, Raj? Yes, sir. Yep, I finally got that. I think the only one that didn't make it on there was for the T-Rex 130. I think that was one of the ones, but I tried to do a little overlap on the real pricing, so that way you can see that you're not missing any. But yes, that was something that actually for a few weeks now I've been trying to get that up there, and I didn't get a chance to do it. But now we are rocking and rolling on it and stuff. So good to go on that. Wow. Yeah, now last night I actually worked on the wife's brakes right there. She's got an Infinity QX60, and so by the time I got home and got all of that, I went out there and worked on it. So I got through I got home probably about 10:45 after getting the brakes done and stuff like that. So the good thing is we caught it before it actually started doing real damage to the what's that called? The caliper or whatever, not the caliper, the drum, I guess what it presses up against. Normally, you know, a lot of people miss the signals of, you know, the rotors. There you go. Normally, a lot of people miss that little whistling sound that it makes when your brakes are going low, and then they're like, "Oh, I never even heard it, but I can feel all this grinding now." Well, I'm just glad we caught it before then and stuff like that. So that's cool. Good ceiling fan can always go a long way. Yeah. No, the young man actually got referred to me by one of the other workers that is working here. He was saying that he's still looking for more work, that he does yards on the side, and he says normally gets up at 7 in the morning, goes and does whatever yards he needs to do and stuff on that time. So I told him I'd be willing to work around his schedule on that, so that way he can keep his customers obviously, you know, going good and stuff like that, and we can definitely rock and roll from there. So yeah, that or getting them resurfaced. Yeah. Camilo, how you doing, boss? Yeah, I guess that's what makes those sounds when the brake's starting to wear down enough. Yeah, he says he knows how to work all kinds of lawnmower, weed eater, and tractors and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, that's pretty good, man. You know. And then too, you know, it also hit me even more because that's what I did as a young man. To make ends meet and or help with my family and stuff like that. I was cutting yards at that age, or actually younger than him. But yeah, no, it definitely does build. What's the word I'm looking for? It does build character. There you go. Martin, off the hook. What's up, boss? How you doing? I'm here building double drop drum leader frameworks, which are also the same frameworks that we use for our Pompano leaders, and getting that set up. And yes, got a new worker that started today, and you know, he shared a lot of his history of what's going on in his life and stuff like that, but it also shows that he's willing to improve himself, and by showing up to work and looking to work as much as he can is a very important thing. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do to help him out, and definitely grow from there. So yeah. Nah, I think I'd rather mow a yard than dig a ditch. Dug a few ditches in my time while I was in the Marine Corps and stuff like that for whatever we had to do in there and stuff. So yeah, not really inclined to keep wanting to do it. Now maybe if I was doing it with like a backhoe or a tractor, then but it'd be different because then that's I don't know, driving stuff like that. Like I loved when I worked at Lowe's up in North Carolina when I was in the Marine Corps. I loved driving the forklifts. Like if I could stay on it all day, maneuvering that stuff, I was fine. I was golden. So when it comes to machinery and stuff like that, that's one thing. Yeah. Yeah, that could be a major one right there, Yeah, that's what we're definitely trying to teach the kids that, The other day there was a little bit of mess on the floor, and I look over and the first thing I see is 2 quarters, 2 dimes, and a nickel. I was like, damn, there's 75 cents sitting right there on the floor. And everybody's walking by it. I said, but all y'all want to have money. I was like, oh, shoot. I said, I said, I just got home. I already spotted that. Like, it's like, I said, how long has this mess been here? All day. It's like, well, somebody clean it up. And so I was telling my youngest one, and I said, man, there's money right there in that trash, and y'all just walking right by it. And so they kept doing it. So I walked up to it, I picked up the money out of it and stuff like that. And then a while later, my daughter comes up and was like, Dad, I didn't find no money in the trash. And I was like, well, you took too long. And I was like, shoot, when money's on the floor, pick it up, man. Every cent counts. And so she's like, oh, man. I said, I waited like 20, 30 minutes before I finally got up from watching my movie and got that money. I put it in my pocket. She's like, but Dad, you have money. I said, I know, but still, I ain't throwing away money. And y'all walking by it like it's cool? No. Nope, not me. I'm going to get what I can when I can, for sure. Yes, you can tie on braid just like you do your mono. Just double it up on the amount of knots. So if your knot calls for 4 knots, do it, or 4 reps, do it 8 times with the braid, and that will help you get that right. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, for your leader, you don't splice it to it unless it's a wind-on leader. Then that's something completely different. But that's only for mainly the guys that work, do offshore trolling and stuff like that. They normally go from braid straight to a heavy monofilament because they're trolling and stuff like that. But if you're tying on the leader with the swivel, you're not going to be splicing that. You just tie it on and stuff like that. So, yep. I've been finding a lot lately is dimes. I've been finding a lot of dimes lately, more than pennies. But yes, I will still pick up a penny if I see it, that's for sure. I did that one time with Crown Royal bottle. I filled it up with quarters, and I went to go do laundry one time, and it was like 3/4 of the way full. Well, I walked out to go do something, and not even a couple minutes later, I walked back in, and I was like, damn, the bottle's gone. Well, I asked the lady if she had seen it or whatever, and she goes, no, I didn't see it or whatever, and there was a kid with her, but Mom, and she just grabbed him and shoved him outside, so they took off, right? And another lady was there, and she's like, that's the lady that took your bottle. She goes, it looked like the little boy was going to bust her on it and stuff, because as soon as you walked out, she wouldn't put it in her vehicle, and then walked and came and got her clothes and took off. I was like, damn. I was like, well, it happens, man. But That was me slipping right there, but it probably had easily $100 worth of quarters in there for sure. So. We should be able to get that done. I personally don't work on reels here, guys. It's very rare that I do, and if I do, it's an avet. The other ones, you know, we'll send them out to our guy to have them checked out and stuff like that, and they'll give us a quote. We'll let you know what the quote is before work continues, so that way you can approve of the amount or whatever it may be. Obviously, you still got to pay for their time and effort for, you know, troubleshooting it for you to get you a price on it and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of reels out there that I will not, I repeat, I will not mess with just because the springs and then the way they're I mean, it's like it's a 3D puzzle for a fishing reel. It's like, golly, I'm good without all of that, you know. So. Buddy. Heard that Indian Point Pier has been putting out a lot of people out there going fishing on that pier now. Talked to a few guys the other day, and he said, man, that he drove by and he probably saw like 40, 50 people out there. I was like, man, they must be doing good then. So I don't know, maybe I might have to make a trip out there to go fishing if I can break away, you know, from all of this. So we'll see what's up on that. But I am gonna have some work done on my truck next week. They're got some rust spots on the roof that I know if I don't do something about it now, it's just gonna be a bigger, badder problem later on. So need to get that done. What they're planning on doing is using the like the undercoating, but for the roof. Obviously, they're going to sand it down, clean off all the rust and stuff so it don't continue to grow underneath all of that. And we'll definitely go from there. Thank you, sir. Dang it.
Tell you don't want you to eat.
Yeah, you don't want me to eat. So, yeah, thank you, sir.
I had bought you Mountain Dew, but apparently it was diet.
Cool. Thanks, sir. Yeah.
It was Mike, right?
I've forgotten. Our new worker forgot his name. Sorry. We'll see. We'll let you know. Yeah. I haven't eaten it. It's been a couple of weeks. It's been like 2 weeks. Definitely wanted some today. So I think it's more for the spice and the seasoning. It's just awesome. It's pretty cool. So, I don't know if I should tease y'all with what it looks like. I don't know. See, that burger yesterday went down like a champ. You know, thank you again, CJ, for that, man. That really came through. That was awesome. So, oh man, getting this going. Yep. So with it being full, I mean, like I said, I've been hearing reports of plenty of pup sharks getting caught out there. So that's always a good sign, you know, because it's been closed for a while, so there's probably a ton of fish around it right now. I know a few guys that went offshore yesterday, and it looks like they did pretty good with the snapper and stuff like that. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna show it. I'm going to. And it's pretty decently priced. It's like 10 or 11 bucks for the whole tray. And I normally eat on it about 2 or 3 times throughout the day. So. No jacks, guys. The only jacks I do have, I'm saving them for the fishing trip when we go for our 20,000 subscriber mark, which is the first weekend in October. So we're definitely going to get that done. I'm going to try to go live as much as I can during that. Hopefully we can still get on them big old sharks that they've been hooking up to. It's been crazy. I've never seen so many reports of plus 10 footers like all over the place and everything. So yeah, that's good. Looks like today might be the day compared to yesterday. Yesterday it was pretty slow from a lot of reports that I heard and saw, or the day before. Sorry, not yesterday. Yesterday they. So, let's see. Sorry, boss. Had to do it. Had to show the food. It is good. And there you go. Oh, okay. We got a lot of rain coming in this weekend.
Oh, yes, time.
Well, for pumping on Mike, the best thing I can tell you from ranking them is I'll only sell the braids that I trust and that I use personally, and or that have passed a lot of the testing that we had going on. Cortland braid has been with us for several years now and stuff like that. Tightline braid is a new braid that has come out, but has really showed some strong potential. And these are hollow core braided lines that we're using. And they're currently the only 2 that we sell. Obviously, there are other braids out there on the market, but that's also been another thing too. With such competing markets and stuff like that, some of those companies are just, you know, they want you to buy in at such a large amount for you to to get any kind of discount from it that I can't even turn around and sell it to my customers at a reasonable price. But also too, for me, any kind of braid that I sell, basically I'm putting my name on it saying that it's good braid. And so because of that, I'll only sell the braids that I have used and or have a lot more experience in playing with, learning about, and knowing that I'm getting a good product to our customers. So awesome, cool deal. Are you throwing lures for the smacks and the specks, or were you using the live mullet? Sure thing, Pompano. Now I gotta ask, with a name like that, what's your biggest pompano that you've landed? Castmaster spoons. I'm gonna have to look into that. Later, FTW. We'll catch up with you again for sure, bro. Yeah, I probably got about 40 guard leaders on hand right now, boss. I got them in different kind of setups. Got some with 2 trebles. Got some with 1 J hook, 1 treble. Thinking 3 different sizes of the trebles hook, 3/0, 4/0, and 5/0, and they are in the like 4X and 5X strong treble hooks. So yeah. Oh, nice. I've been hearing a lot of football-sized jacks are being caught, but not a lot of bigger ones yet. That, and also too, you get a lot more action with the heavier spoon as well. Have you ever tried tiger braid, Salvador? Tiger braid is a micro coated cable, and it's flimsy like mono. Like this stuff is like 400 pounds, right? Well, they have some of that micro coated cable. It's called tiger braid. They only come in like 12 or 13 foot per little roll, and it's expensive, but it will save you a lot of money because you can tie it just like mono, but it has microfilament cable inside, so you can throw a lure thousands of times and not get cut off with it. We used that a lot over here when we were throwing the smaller spoons, and the smacks were there. I probably caught 80 to 100 smacks off of 1 spoon before finally, they finally broke through the cable, you know what I mean? And it was only like 20 or 30 pound test. So oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. So are you still in Florida, Pompano, or have you moved? as far as I know, actually, you know what? I'll check it out real quick, see if it's still there. But I know I learned about it from the guys that they use it for their tippets on when they're tying on flies for going after marlin and shark and stuff like that. And it's also too, it's not spelled tiger like Tiger, it's Tyger is the way it's called. Trying to see if they sell it on Amazon. Or maybe it was like 30 foot or something like that, but it was pretty expensive. There it is. It's called Tiger Wire, and it's probably the best stuff that I've ever seen for throwing for mackerel, jags, kingfish, and all of that, because it doesn't. It's not like real thick coated cable. But also too, it's super thin, got pretty good weight class on it, and like I said, you can tie it like monofilament. It feels like monofilament, like you tie it like that, and it does whatever. And it's very, very, very good stuff, guys. It really is. But yeah, like I said, I learned about it from the fly fishing guys. And we tried it out there for smacks, and man, we saved money big time. The only time it mattered is when they actually hit the swivel itself. So that's when we also started using smaller stainless steel black swivels for when we were tying it to there, and or we tied directly our mono to that wire itself, so that way there wasn't a swivel there for them to hit. That tiger wire is some crazy good stuff, guys. I haven't had a lot of experience. Once I found that, I kind of stopped looking for more, material that I can use for that kind of same deal. But I would definitely give it a shot. It is really good stuff, guys. And like I said, it don't act like wire, so it still gives to your bait the movement and flexibility that it needs to go through the water and stuff like that. And yep. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I noticed a lot of people like having the egg weight above their bait or something like that. For me, I like to have my weight at the bottom and stuff like that. Unless I'm using a big bait, a big live bait, then I will put the weight above it and stuff like that. So. That it does. That's one of the things that made us fall in love with it. The fish couldn't tell. I want to say I've done a video with the tiger braid back when I first started the channel talking about it and stuff like that. I don't remember if I did or didn't, but I'm pretty sure I did. Because we were setting up mana lures, and I want to say we were using that stuff, and I only throw on about 12 inches of it and stuff like that. It's really good stuff, guys. It really is. It's not a heavyweight class. Well, the one I was getting, like you said, it wasn't a heavyweight class. Maybe 30 pounds, I think is what it was. The size that it's been a while, guys. I mean, obviously, pier's been closed a while, and I hadn't really gone to Caldwell to work it like that and stuff like that. And all the other fishing here, I haven't really needed it. But for y'all guys that are using it and throwing those kind of lures, look into it, guys. You will thank me later. You will save yourself a lot of money. Then you can also upgrade in the type of jigs or your lures that you're using, because then you won't have to worry about losing them every other fish or every 2 or 3 fish and stuff like that. Chadwick, did you tie it directly to it, or do you have it on a swivel? definitely one day I'll get out there to go to Florida and do all kinds of fishing for sure out there. I also want to go check out PEI Island as well for some monster tuna and stuff. But I heard a lot of them charters that if you go out there and that if you charter a boat to go out there in those areas and you catch, say, a monster yellowfin or bluefin tuna or whatever that they can make a lot of money on, they'll actually head in, they'll cut the trip short, and all they'll do is just reimburse you the money that you paid for the trip and not give you a cut of the big fish that they have on there and stuff like that. A bead guard, what is that, boss? Don't feel bad, boss. I got bad English and worser English. And as you can tell too, sometimes I'll be typing in as well and I'll misspell the title or whatever and stuff, and my guys will, hey, you misspelled this or whatever and stuff like that. So I do that a lot. Don't worry. You're good. You're in good company. Yep. A buddy of mine went out there and he said that they hooked like a shit. It was a monster tuna. I want to say it was like 700-800 pounds. And he said that it was the first fish they hooked up to pretty much when they got out there. So they turned around and they refunded him his couple $100 for the trip, and then they cashed in on the tuna. I was like, damn, that sucks. Okay, I get what you're doing. All right. Yeah, when you go to cast out, the lead will form to the hook and get locked on there, and or lock onto that knot and stuff like that. Yep. Okay. Well, chat, we welcome you to the channel. We definitely have a large group of guys here that really have big hearts, big minds, a lot of knowledge, and we love to share it. So that is an awesome thing that you're showing, or sharing some of the things that you do as well too, because that's one of our biggest things is there's so many ways to go out there and fish and have a good time and catch fish that, you know, sharing what worked for you can also work for somebody else. We're not saying it's the only way to fish. We're just saying there's more ways to go out there and catch fish than you may know, and you know, something that you may have never tried or done may work, and that's awesome. That's our whole point here, is sharing the knowledge. Yep. Thank you, Preston. Yep, me too. I know if I keep eating, I'm gonna get lazy on y'all, and I had to close the tray over here. So, Preston, you have a good time at work. Be safe, bro. Catch you on the flip side. Shoot. No, he found out that they made like $40,000 off that one fish or something like that. I don't know. I wasn't there, but they made a stupid amount of money off of it, and he didn't get nothing but his trip was cut short, and they refunded his money. That's all they did. I was like, wow, that was, yeah. So, I don't know. I think if I ever went up there and stuff like that, I definitely would be keen to be like, hey, man, you know, if we're gonna do that or whatever, I definitely want, like, say 5%, 10% of the sales, because obviously I know they've got to have the license to be able to keep it at a certain size and stuff like that. So, you know, but if I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna put in all the work to land it and pay y'all to take me out there, and we hook up one of those, obviously you probably would have gone out there, but it would have came out of your own pocket, and y'all would have had to do all the work when I actually want to do it, you know. Yeah, that's what I was telling him. I was like, man, that don't seem right, bro. And he goes, no, that's the way they do it up here and this and that. And I'm like, I don't know about all of that. So the only bad thing is I haven't talked to that guy in quite some time. But I guess I brought it up because I was watching the not Deadliest Catch, but the one with the tuna guys, Wicked Tuna, and he brought up about that and stuff like that. So well, I'm glad. Like I said, I definitely, if I'm gonna go to somebody's backyard and fish out there and stuff like that, I'm gonna be coming here and be like, hey guys, I'm heading out over here, which I normally do, give you a heads up of where I'm kind of going and stuff like that, and what to be on the lookout for and stuff like that. So which is awesome, guys, because it really, you know, if something like that were to happen, that would be crazy. That would be. Especially if I'm paying for that, I want to take me some tuna home too. I love me some tuna. And if y'all haven't seen me eat my tuna sashimi, the other day I ate 40 pieces plus like 3 or 4 egg roll or 3 or 4 sushi rolls on top of that. So yeah, no, I don't know if that tuna will make it to the dock with the way I'll be going after it. How you doing, Chevy? I think we have or might have your gear in pretty soon as well, boss. As soon as I know, I'll give you a heads up. Like I said, we've got some. They've been catching up big time on a lot of these rods, and we are really starting to move forward now. Like I said, we just got a handful more that are. Just waiting for specific parts for those, and I found it from new companies. So as soon as those come in, I'll be showing that to the channel, and I can't wait because now we don't have to worry about waiting on that company to get off it, you know, off his sitting on his hands and sending us that stuff. So the only thing I don't agree with that show is I've seen it several times where they're catching a fish or whatever, and then they start off with one reel, and then you see it on another reel that they landed on, or that they're always having to hand line it, you know, for the low gearing and stuff like that. And yeah, that was one of the reasons why I changed up a bunch of reels over here, is because I definitely don't like having to walk back and forth to crank in my fishing line on my reels and stuff. I want that low gear to be able to do what it has Out there. Yeah, check out not Port A Outfitters, Deep Sea Headquarters. They've got some pretty good boats out of there, and then there's also Port A Outfitters. They have a lot of captains that come through there and stuff like that. So, yeah. And so, yeah, for us over here, I went to, it's called Umaya. It's a all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant here. Pay like $30 for dinner, and you can eat all the sushi you can handle. Sushi, sashimi, rolls. They have noodles. They have a huge selection for an all-you-can-eat buffet, and they bring it to you. Everything you order, it's awesome. Yep. I've used plenty of bonita for bait for shark. Caught a lot of blacktips, bulls, and spinners on bonita so far. Good buddy of mine, it's called monster sized bull reds, using bonita for bait and stuff. So, yeah. No, I don't. But actually, if you hold on a second, nope, I can't reach it from here. Hold on. Got the outdoor annual when I went to go re-up on my bait dealer license. Just to give you a heads up, guys, just for me to sell shrimp in my shop costs me $219. It's $219 or $229 is what I have to pay right off the bat to sell shrimp out of my shop. Yeah. That is crazy. So, I don't know. What's up, Drew? Hey, man. You missed a very, very touching and introduction to this video and stuff like that, boss. I'll probably go over it here in just a little bit, just to give you a heads up. As we've always seen, when blessings get bestowed, it just sometimes things just work out in mysterious ways to make it just keep going forward. And I think you would really love to hear this. But let me answer this question real quick. When they asked for non-resident fishing licenses on the cost, they even have it in here. All right. Special resident all water fishing for legally blind is $7. Year from purchase. That basically means if you buy it after the initial month of it, it's $47 if you want to go day for the whole year kind of deal. Non-resident. That's boat. Freshwater is $58. Saltwater is $63. And if you do the all-water package for a non-resident, $68. They don't have anything for a day pass. $250. Oh, okay. Yeah, but go ahead and show you all that right there. That's where I got it off of. Alright guys, so Drew, this is what really came into play with the donation you made toward to help out some future anglers here and stuff like that. We actually had a worker come in today looking for work, for more work. He currently cuts yards and stuff like that. He's 17 and is just looking for more employment to really help out at home and get his life in order and stuff like that. He's ran into some pretty tough times from what I understand. There's no drug use in there and stuff like that. It's just family life is not going where it's supposed to be going, and the way it's working out is, you know, he's basically, he's not completely fending for himself, but he is. He's doing what he has to do to survive and stuff like that, but he's doing it the right way. He's cutting yards and stuff like that. And then, you know, for him showing up here today, you know, looking for work, he shared a little bit of his story. Like I said, I'm not going to get too personal just because, but, you know, it moved me. It really, you know, hit me in the feels, you know, talking to him, and just, I could see the pain in his face. But, you know, he was sucking it up, and he's ready to get to work and stuff like that. So I kind of started talking to him about fishing and stuff like that. And he said that he does fish, but that when he moved out of his house or whatever, that they wouldn't let him take any of his fishing gear or anything like that. So with that in mind, I told him, I said, well, let's see how this week goes, you know, to see how you perform and you work and stuff like that. Because, you know, I've led a lot of people to water. You know, a lot of them have chosen to drink. Some of them have kicked me in the mouth, and others have just chose not to drink the water. So definitely for me, if I'm gonna bestow a blessing that has been bestowed upon us, I would really want it to be onto somebody that's going to drink the water and do something with it and improve themselves and show that they are worthy of these kind of blessings and stuff like that. You know, I've done it too many times where I try to help somebody else out that don't want to help themselves, and in that I've learned that, you know, I'd rather spend my time and or, you know, the ability to help them with somebody that's willing to help themselves. So I will keep y'all informed. Like I said, I don't know what type of gear he used or what type of fishing he's done and stuff like that, but he has talked about that he used to make leaders and weights with his grandfather when he was around and stuff like that. So it was kind of our first meeting, and I didn't go too deep into it, but, you know, I could tell, you know, the way he's talking, the way he's out there working, the way he's carrying himself, he is definitely a very, very good prospect for us to pass on this blessing to him. And a few of y'all guys are already saying that y'all have some extra gear to pass on to him. We will much appreciate it for sure. You know, we won't turn down anything, especially if it's something to get him on it. You know, I've told him myself though that when we actually go fishing as a shop to teach him the knowledge of our gear and our tackle, that I'll be taking my gear and he'll have enough gear to fish with and he won't even have to worry about it. But because he is at that age, we will have to get him a fishing license first, and that way he is legal when he comes with us and stuff like that. And I look forward to it, guys. And it just, you know, like I said, it just, one thing happened one day and then the next day this is happening, and it's just, like I said, you know, it's speaking to me, and it immediately hit me when I first started talking to this guy about this, that, you know, I need to do something to help him, and, you know, so I'm glad you're on here, you know, to hear what's going on and what we're going to be doing. But yeah, it's going to be going good, guys. I feel real confident that he's going to do good. So as soon as I start putting stuff together, for sure, it'll be probably Thursday or Friday that we will, you know, set him up with all of this. I want to see him here a few more days, see how he works out and how he gets on with it and stuff like that, you know, and definitely go from there. He was trying to get one of his other buddies who was also looking for extra work come out and stuff, but it comes out that that's not that's not the kind of work that his buddy wants to do and stuff like that. I say, hey, there's no hard feelings. He's like, but I'm here. I want to work. I want to work. By all means, boss. You know. So I'm gonna keep tabs on it, guys. Keep y'all informed. I'm definitely looking forward to, you know, keeping another young man in the game of fishing, and, you know, looking to share a lot of knowledge with him. And I'm just excited that, like I said, we're getting a lot of support from all of y'all here in the channel, and definitely looking forward to the amount of growth that we can get from there, or grow from there. And so those are the beads I've been doing while I've been sitting here. Now what I got to do is I got to space them out and crimp it before I can add my hook section and my floats and stuff like that. So, and that's awesome, guys. Yes, anything and everything y'all want to do. Like I said, we're gonna put it together. We're gonna get him back on track. And show that he's got support. You know, that was the biggest deal. You know, he's 17 years old, and, you know, most kids his age don't even, I mean, just talking to him, just I could hear the motivation in his voice and everything else, that he's willing to work. He's willing to work to get after it. And he was saying, you know, and that was one of the things he said before I haven't even mentioned anything of what I'm talking with y'all with him yet. But he goes, no, but he goes, but I did talk about the fishing license. That was one of the things that I told him we can do, and told him about the tackle and stuff. But yes, it's you know, this would be a huge thing for him, to show him that there is a community that is willing to back him up, you know, and he's come to the right place, and we're gonna put it all in. I'm willing to go to the deep, and I can see everybody else is too. Get this set up. Yeah. Yeah. Good luck, Mr. FTW. We'll see you later this afternoon. And most definitely, like I said, we're looking forward to it. We're gonna do some great things together, and, you know, definitely leave a good positive mark where we can. So. Oh man, you should have seen the monofilament that I got, the rainbow from yesterday. Can't wait to start making some leaders out of that. That one's going to be looking pretty cool too. So. Go ahead, Byron, what you got? They've been putting a lot of big sharks out here, Brandon. They really have. I've seen more 12-footers caught this season than I have ever. I mean, normally you'll hear about maybe 5 or 6 12-footers in a year, in one fishing season. I've been seeing more 12-footers in this last month than we have in, you know, years prior put together. So. Right? Go ahead, Byron. Ask your question, boss. How much would it cost for the 2 avid 50 wags with 1,000 yards and 250 or 200 pound model? All right, the 150 pound test is 31 cents a yard. So that would be $310 for the braid for each. And then the mono is 25 cents a yard, I believe, for the 200 pound test. So that, if you can do the math on that, you can figure that up real quick instead of me going to the calculator. And right now I've got 150 on hand, but I think I only have it in blue. Oh wow. Double up on that one. Well, still, the multiply 25 cents per 150 yards, or per yard for 150 yards. Well, trolling offshore is a different kind of animal, that's for sure. Obviously, when I'm offshore, yeah, I use black. I don't use a lot of shininess out there. I won't use aluminum sleeves either, unless it's certain types of mono that I have to. But even then, what I'll do is I'll get some heat shrink, some marine grade heat shrink, and I will put that over the aluminum sleeve so I can hide it so it doesn't look so shiny. Because we'll have it where small fish or smaller toothy critters will actually nail that swivel right there, or that sleeve, and cut the whole leader off. If you buy the hollow core and send it to us, we're still going to charge you $50 per reel to spool it on there, and then you get 2 knots with that. So then we can add your mono in, but we're still going to, like I said, if we find any defects in the line or whatever, you get 2 splices within that $50. However, you got to realize this: even with brand new lines that are out there, we have found, all kinds of mess ups in the line or whatever. So obviously, if it's a solid braid, we don't like to cut it and tie knots, but if it's a must, then we will do it, because obviously we don't want to let you go fishing with a with damaged line. If it's mono, then we'll do a hollow core splice. But if it's braid that you buy from us, any of those knots are already taken care of, because we'll show you, I mean, what we're doing and stuff like that, so you know and what to expect. But like I said, even new lines across the market, you still will find something wrong with them, and you end up paying for it if you buy it yourself, or if it's through us, you pay that flat rate fee of the how much yardage you pay for it, and that's it. So it could be cheaper just sending it to us to get it done that way, or it could be cheaper to buy your own. We don't know until we actually spool the reel with the line and find out what we find in the line as well. So all right, Edgar, you have a good one. Have a blessed one as well. Chad, I guess you're leaving too. Yep. Have a good one as well. Make sure to stay hydrated out there. It is pretty hot. So I've got the Tightline hollow core coming in. I've got 65 pound, 80, 100 in stock. We've got more braids coming in of the 130. I can also check to see about the 150 and see what colors he has available, and we can definitely go from there. So checking these lines because I'm only using 100-pound test. However, the sleeves that I'm using, some are pretty thick, and I have to just crimp it just right so I don't crimp through the monofilament and weaken the leader. So that's the tricky part of doing all of this. But looks like we are good to go. None of them are slipping now. But I did see that I did do this twice. Extra beads on there. That's why I didn't crimp the end when I was setting all of this up, because I found out the last time that I did make some mistakes and add an extra tackle. The third one there, fourth one. Yep. All right. I don't know if y'all could see that where I was at, so I'll show y'all real quick what I did. I added in extra beads and swivels. The middle section's already crimped up there, so I need to take this apart and reset it up to not have all that extra gear in there that I don't need. Awesome, Byron. Thank you very much. Also, too, just a heads up, I thought we had sold a ticket or two for the weekly drawing. We hadn't. So right now we're sitting at $60 for the weekly drawing as well. That's $20 a ticket. If we hit $500 by Saturday, we will hold the drawing on Saturday. If not, it'll add up, or it'll continue on to the next week, kind of like the last drawing. Which that one hit $1,140 when everything was said and done, which was pretty awesome. So, two very expensive habits right there, that's for sure. Yes, sir. Do the same here. Still. Why do we have some kind of sports? Nope. Nope. Oh yeah, yep, same here. We saw a lot of leaders in those links right there, 24, 36, 48 inches. Yep, those will definitely sell, that's for sure. Just, I know last year or the year before with all the coronavirus hitting and stuff like that, man, we were trying our best not to make any of those kind of mistakes, because man, that is, it was costly because one, sometimes we couldn't even get the parts in, so we had to use everything that we had to commit to those orders, because we couldn't afford to build extra inventory to stock it on a mistake like that. So yeah, it was definitely a different time for us. Now we're good to go, and you know, but I'm also learning, you know, new little patterns to make sure that I'm not making any mistakes to cost me cutting a lot of extra gear that I shouldn't have to cut and stuff like that. So Tuesday and Thursday on the fire raffles, yes, but every day we will sell tickets for the weekly drawing. Like I said, we're at $60 right now on it, and if we can get to 500 by Friday, or by Saturday, we will hold that drawing right there. Some bluegrass. I think that's what the little ding I heard just a little while ago. So awesome. I'll check that as soon as I can get these leaders squared away so I can start crimping them. Awesome, awesome. Yep, yep. Is Jacob on here? Have y'all seen him? I don't remember if he came on yesterday or not. I don't see him today. All right, Toby. Jacob? No, just making sure you're all right, brother. Okay. Okay. Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick, please. Hard lights, bait, and tackle. Oh. Okay. Can you give me just a second because I'm actually on the other line. Give me just a second, please. Okay. All right, boss. Yeah, no, I was just calling because we hadn't seen you on the channel or anything. I was just worried about you, boss. Okay, everything going good? Awesome, awesome. All right, boss. We were just checking on you. So. No, I hadn't even looked on my phone yet, boss. But I'll look and see what you got on there here in a bit. All right, bro. You have a good one. All right, later. Good to go. He is good to go, but let me take care of this customer on here. All right, hello. All right, this is Albert, and you said you placed an order last week for what kind of tackle, boss? Yes, it was a few of the surf weights, the pro slide rig and stuff like that. Yes. All right. Yeah, no. Let me double check right here. I've got to go through some of my shipping labels and stuff like that. What is your phone number again, boss? Okay. All right. And you said it was Jerry? All right. Yeah. As soon as I get through being live on my channel, I will get this sorted and I'll give you a call back later on today, boss. It'll probably be about 3 o'clock my time. We're at 1:20 right now. Yes, sir. Awesome. Yes, sir. Awesome. Alrighty then. So Jacob is good. He's just been, taking care of Terry, his wife, and stuff like that. He said that the surgery went well for the heart valve deal that they had to do and stuff like that. So yes, tight line braid is really coming out. They're really doing some remarkable things as well. Currently, we have Cortland braid, which we have tested and have won multiple tournaments with so far. The tight line braid, we actually went behind the scenes and went into their warehouse and they showed us how they built their line and the specs and the procedures that they follow and stuff like that, which is great because that is something that we have seen through the years with so many different kind of braids that are out there, of the issues and problems and stuff like that. And I was just taking an educated guess on how they were forming and stuff like that. And by him explaining it all to me, it was just like, man, I was right there, right in line of what I was saying in there without ever actually having been to a manufacturing process. So it was pretty good, man. So but yeah, no, like I said, I called Jacob right now. They're good to go. It's just the wife was getting home and stuff like that, so his priorities were there and stuff like that. So he did say he sent me some pictures, so I'll check those here in just a second and we will see. But yes, right now the two main braids we sell are tight line and Cortland hollow core braid. The C16 is the tight line, and we also have the 12 strand of the The C16 is Cortland, and then we have the 12 strand in the tightline braid and stuff like that. So we are still doing we're about to do a lot of spooling videos with the tightline. So I finally got some big spools that I've been wanting, so I can do, you know, the larger reel line capacities for our spooling library as we like to do. So that way, when y'all call us, y'all can know pretty much ahead of time how much braid each reel can take in whatever weight class. Now, obviously, with the spooling library, it grows more when customers ask for, say, a mono top shot and or a different type of hollow core braid that's a heavier weight class, so that opens up the door even more. Hard Lives Bait and Tackle. Yes. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, when can you show up? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, thank you very much. All right, bye-bye. Well, looks like it's gonna work out for another worker. That is good. See how well these guys will work out for us and stuff like that. This is one of the gentleman's friends that he said was also looking for work as well. I haven't talked to him, so I don't know what's going on with that one, but he said that, you know, he works with him in cutting yards and stuff like that, and that he works as well, so, which is good. So we'll see what's up here in just a bit. Yeah, I hope so too, guys. I really do, because like I said, you know, I see a lot of potential, and I felt, you know, felt to where he's at in his life and stuff like that, and I definitely want to show him that, you know, we got a support system. We really do, and you know, I'm glad he was willing to share, because a lot of people that are going through stuff like that in their lives aren't willing to share. They're not willing to ask for help and or accept help as well. And, you know, by him, you know, talking with me and stuff like that, that was good. That was real good. So I'm really excited to see if we can really make some real big blessings pay it forward. So I'm shooting for it, guys. We'll definitely go. It's coffee time. Oh, actually, they brought me a Coke. So I thought it's coffee time, but shit, I ain't drank a Coke in forever. Let's see. John, what size of the tightline have you been using? And is it the hollow core or the solid or both? £65. Are you casting that spinning reel, bait casting? Oh God. Don't need this. This side will be good now. Cast. Nice. And you don't have any kind of top shot on that reel? What size weight and line are you casting? I'm excited. 16. There you go. Nice. So you are still using a small bit of Top Shot on there. Good deal. Yeah. Are you using both tight line for your 65 and your 100? Or is it just the 65 that you have on there and the 100 is another brand? Excuse me. Ardelites bait and tackle. Yes, ma'am. That's fine. At 7 o'clock. Okay. All right. Yes, ma'am. You have a good one. All right. Bye-bye. All right. Well, looks like it's tomorrow that he might, we'll see. We'll see. Don't assume, guys. That's the mother of all mess ups, guys. Yeah. Select it and look through them till you see something. Yep. That and it may also have a bright green and bright pink. I think where the colors are bright orange, something like that. For the thumbnail on there. Let me see if I can probably do a quick search. There you go, right there. That's the little icon you're looking for. The title is share video, copy. There you go. Yep. Dang, Toby, you're fast, bro. You are fast. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Henry, how you doing? All right, Bluegrass, we'll see you in a bit. Yep, this is, and actually right here, depending on how quickly I can get through these pompano leaders, I might actually do some spooling video here in a bit. I've got a few reels that I got to get set up and everything. Like I said, I was waiting for some more tight line, which may roll in today. Because I want to do those max line spooling videos for some bigger reels and stuff like that, so I'm excited. Yep. Right now what I'm doing is putting on my 2/0 circle hooks. That's what I'm using for the pomp rigs right there. We've actually landed 50-inch bull reds with those, 40-inch big black drum with them as well. I'm using my soft floats for these setups because that's the particular style that the bait bucket likes, or the owner of the bait bucket likes. Occasionally they still order our hard floats from us. Other tackle shops order them both. So, you know, certain shops will have certain type of customer clientele and stuff. It won't, even for them, it won't always be the same clientele. So for us, we make sure to open all of them doors. Yes, sir. Send it on through, John. We'll get it done. Actually, what I'll probably do, how long have we been live so far right now? Maybe maybe I'll let this one roll through, and then on the next camera, I'll go live and we'll do nothing but some spooling videos on some tight line braid and stuff like that. The only thing that worries me about that is we'll have so many line capacity setups on one. I don't know if that's good for the library or not. Yeah, I would say so. But you can always put the piece in your ear and you can hear us. John, which one is yours, boss? Right now I just ate, so right now I'm still in La La Land. Green MXL. There we go. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. All right. So let's, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that does make it hard to only get half the story of what's going on. A rigging tool for what? Actually, I might have found one in the back, but I don't know yet. Trying to remember. I think I might have one, and it's for $35. I'm planning on getting more this season. I just haven't been able to go and talk to my welder to get that all set up and stuff like that. So. Byron Thorne, you know what? I'm actually gonna text the owner and I'll have him get on the live channel and share his site. Alright, I'm gonna send him a text, see if he can get on and answer some more of those questions for you and stuff like that. He responded, give him a minute, he will be on the channel, so we'll see what's up here in just a bit. Oh, there you go. Lewis a few guys may have already hooked that up. I've never ordered from the website. I always call him direct, so I couldn't answer that question right there. So let's go on the tight line. Yeah, I've got tight line in blue here in both the 65 and the 80 pound, so I can definitely set that up. The only bad thing is you're not going to be able to tell which is which, because they look so identical unless you have your fingers on it and stuff. So for yours, Drew, you want blue on top, or do you want it on the bottom of the tight line? I can set that up for sure. So, well, actually, you wanted the chartreuse on top, which we also got some the tight line and chartreuse in the 80. When I go live here in a little bit on spooling those braids, I'll let y'all pick and choose which ones y'all want, so I can go and knock those out. Yes, sir. Yes, we can. You can give us a call. We can get your order set up and, you know, have it shipped directly to us and stuff like that. That's most definitely. And just a heads up though, when we do ship anybody's reel, we do cover it with insurance, because we are not taking any chances with anybody's gear. Shipping is not what it used to be. Like, it was very rarely that we had to worry about putting insurance on reels, and now we will not ship a reel or even a spool of line or even tackle without covering it with insurance. We're just being very precautious on everything going out now and stuff. So, yeah, like I said, you can purchase it from him. You'll just end up paying the spooling fee, and or you can purchase it from me, and there is no spooling fee. It'll just be whatever the braid costs to purchase. So, set blue on blues, 5 blue on top. Okay, cool deal. We can do that. There you go. There's Mr. Jeff Nugent for tight line braid right there. Like I said, they were asking about purchasing the braid, what website, and since I never ordered through your website, I've always gone straight to you to order it. I didn't know, but a few of my blue tools, my blue wrenchers got out there and passed the word on the Tightline website. But we also just finished sharing the link of when I went to your manufacturing process, and you answered a ton of questions and passed on a bunch of knowledge of how your braid is made, and also too what kind of specs that you hold your line to and stuff like that. So when was that ling caught? Awesome. Cool deal, Brandon. We'll be safe on the road. Yep. Jeff, what colors in the 150-pound test do you have? Because we had a few guys asking about the 150, and I didn't know what colors you had on stock for the 150 and hollow core, because we might be looking at doing 1,000 yards of each on 250s with some mono top shot on there. Oh, there you go. Byron's there. That's one of them. Everyone's asking for it. Yes, sir. I got a lot of braid to go through. We actually got Mr. Jeff from Tightline Braid on the video feed, so he's answering any questions that anybody may have for the line. We were just inquiring about the 150 pound. So Byron, are you looking for like a high visible line? Is that why you were asking for the yellow? Almost missed a crimp right there. I just saw it. The chartreuse green would be pretty good color to go on there as well. That's highly visible. Even their orange would be real nice as well. Byron, if you're wanting 1,000, are you going to be fishing off of a boat or? That it does, yes. Actually, I've got a few reels right now in stock that have orange, and the reels are red in color. Those are going to be some of the accurates that I'm going to be working on for line capacity as soon as we get our spools of the 130 in those certain colors that we were waiting for, and we'll be doing some of that. Could they order it over the phone and have it shipped to us, and so he's going to have us spool up the reel for him? What's up, John? How you doing, boss? I don't know. Yep. Yeah, actually, I got to touch base with William, see how they're doing on their next step of expansion, because like like I said too, guys, we can get the braid ordered from Jeff and have it shipped here, and all you have to do is ship your reel, and then we could spool it on for you. Knock out two birds with one stone, so you don't have to get double shipping. So. Whatever. Okay. Ah, that's right, the 250s. Okay, yes. Yeah, so it would just ship to me, and then that way I can already get it spooled up, and you can already see all your line and reels. Now, granted, it'll be some real porn since you can't really do anything but watch the channel to see them until you get your hands on them. But at least it'll kill two birds for you. You won't be having to wait too long once you get into town, because I know a lot of guys, when they're coming in for Sharkathon, they're trying to get out there to the beach as quickly as possible. So this will save you some time and also ensure that I'm not bombarded here with a bunch of guys trying to get the reels spooled up last minute. I always try to encourage everybody to have it done, to, you know, already have their reels ready and or already here getting spooled up. So by the time they come in, they can get their gear, you know, pack up and leave if they want, if they're in a hurry, or if they want to shoot the breeze, and they, by all means, they can do that too. So, yeah. Yes, sir. So who's all in Sharkathon right now that's on the channel? What's up, Craig? How you doing, boss? Everybody is doing lovely. We are making the soft float pompano leaders that we need for an order for the bait bucket, and also building some extra ones for the shop here. And then after this, probably this video is going to die pretty soon, so after that I will be going to my other video to do some spooling once I get these leaders set up. And let's see. might have to run right now, guys. I've got my wallet and got my wife's ID with me because we went out to drink the other night, and her ID stayed in my wallet and stuff. Okay, so we got a little bit of time. Got till 2:30, so I don't know how much time we've been on live on the channel. Let's see. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We do. A lot of people willing to share knowledge on everything. All right, so I'll have to leave here. Oh, 2 hours. It'll be right around the time that I have to leave. I'm telling you, things work out for a reason. They really do, especially with our shop and everything going on. It's so many people willing to help each other out, you know, to get on track. I've got Cowno stingrays in-house. Jacks are the only thing that has been real hard to come by. I know one of the other tackle shops that I used to get them from got hit hard with the game wardens, because the game wardens wanted them to be reporting how many times they caught jacks and sold them and stuff like that, and they just didn't want the extra work. So, yep. All right, Jeff, thanks for chiming in, boss. Owner of Tightline Braid. Like I said, guys, we've got it here. We don't have everything, but whatever you do want, we can get it ordered. You can ship it directly to us. So just pull up your reels, and we're going to be, you know, just building that library a lot more out there. So, yep. MB, which beach are you at that they're jumping out? I'd like to see that. Which beach, MB? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Good chat room. Yes, sir. That's for sure, Chester. That's what it's about. You know, everybody sees everybody in here, and you know, and somebody somehow, some way will have an answer to help out, or multiple people will have an answer. As you can see, a lot of the blue ranchers that are on here, you know, they're willing to help out as much as everybody else is too and stuff. So, yeah. Tell you what, guys, like I told that customer the other day, I don't know what's more torture, that I live right here near the water, that I could be there in, you know, 15-20 minutes, or for the ones that live 4 hours away and have to wait for the perfect time to go fishing. I don't know what's more torture. I think for me it's living here and not being able to go as much as I want to go because of everything going on. But gotta keep doing it, guys. That's what we're here for. Dude, good shot, Toby and Henry. Got him. Yeah. Later, Lewis. You have a good one, boss. What's up, Carl? How you been, boss? Connection, living here, not being able to go fishing. I think it's probably worse for Chevy, man, because he can look out his window pretty much and see the water. So I think that's even more painful than what my situation is. We'll see. Supposedly, earlier today, man, it looked like we had some overcast clouds or rain wanting to roll in. It didn't roll in, but it looked like that way. You might have to. Might have to. Yep, I've heard that one before. Ow. Yeah. Y'all ever see, I don't know how many other channels y'all follow, but there was one guy on there claiming that, you know, that guys that say they can cast 100 yards with bait, that, you know, he was basically trying to like say that it's false information and stuff like that, and that they were teaming up with another YouTube channel that had a big bait launcher, father and son deal, and so huh? Yeah. All right. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna go inspect some work real quick. I'll be right back. Good deal. That was a good little inspection. Yes, sir. So he's working it. That's good. That's good. People from all over. Yes, sir. Bed went to 2 other pens. Mine worked 30. Was water. My buddy ended up getting stung. What? Was it a bad sting? Small barb, big barb? Yeah, the new worker, the kid that I was talking about earlier, he asked me, I told him after a while for me to go check out his work, and so he asked me if I could check out his work, and he's doing pretty good. It's nice and clean, so that was good. So, I don't know, maybe he'll earn his raise quicker than planned, so it's good, you know. Like I said, I always have to start people at the minimum just because I don't know what is coming in, what their intentions are, how they're willing to work. But if they're willing to put out the work and learn quickly and move up, then I'm ready to move them up, you know. I've definitely not seen them with bait casters. Spinning reels, yes. Now, I do have an idea on how to make it work for bait casters, but it's going to take some prep work to make it happen. And I believe it can happen for that and stuff like that, but I don't have a bait cannon myself, so I don't know. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I've fished from Bryant Beach all the way to South Padre, down all the way into Boca Chica, and gone up to the Trinity and stuff like that. And actually, now the furthest north I think I've been is, or semi-north, because the Trinity was up there. We went by the Trinity to get to Sam Rayburn up there and stuff like that. So that was about a 6-hour drive. Damn it. Well, he lucked out on that it only did that. I mean, yeah, it was just the pain just to kill the toxins and stuff like that caused out of that pain. I had one go in about a good 3/4 of an inch and do the Costa Rican shuffle inside my hand before I pulled the stinger out, and that was from a baby Couno stingray. Man, that pain was excruciating. It shot up my arm like this. I could feel just the pain just pulsing into my chest and stuff like that. It was, whoo, it was bad, but I kept fishing. I actually ended up hooking a shark, like a little 4-footer, 4.5-footer, and I couldn't open my hand, so I just used my palm to palm the reel and reel in and stuff like that. So, yep. Ugh. Yep, I've done that one too. I can always get them right there. Oh, yeah. Most of the time, I think it's more of like they scratch you, they cut you, more than like an actual puncture, but I've gotten several punctures from them and stuff like that. Golf tops don't hurt that bad, though. I mean, they sting, they're annoying, I think, more, but the Counos, man, that was some pain like I've never felt before. That was crazy. So out of all of y'all that have been stung by a stingray or poked by a catfish or anything like that, which one do you think was most painful to y'all? All right, Edgar, you have a good one, boss. Be safe at work. used to fish, I would fish 3 to 4 days every week. When I used to fish all the time. And most of the time, those 3 or 4 days, I didn't leave. I was out there for 3 or 4 days straight every week. Yeah, this Coke ain't doing nothing for caffeine. I might have to go get my coffee. Ouch. Ow. Yep. Yep. So you can't really see the scar on mine because it was right in the fold of my finger right there. But you can see, I mean, it went from here to here to here. I mean, that's all it did was it just did this number while it was inside my hand, and oh my god, whoo-wee. That was painful. That was real painful. And it was like probably, and it was early too. It was probably like 1 in the morning or something like that. And I don't think it didn't stop till maybe, shoot, 5 or 6. I mean, it was a good 4 or 5 hours of just excruciating pain on there and stuff like that. It was bad. Yep, Craig, I have to agree with that too. But then when my son was old enough, I was taking him out there as much as I could with the time that was allowed too, because like I said, when my son was first born, and I went and put myself on child support, the child support division denied me all my time with my son. So then it was now, you know, on their whim that when I would be able to see my son and stuff like that, just because we weren't married when my son was born and stuff like that. So yeah. But when he got old enough, oh yeah, 3 or 4 days in, he did eyes bloodshot, totally. He'd probably been up 30 something hours because he didn't want to go to sleep and wanted to fish all night and everything. And I didn't mind him staying up all night and fishing, because that means he would sleep during the day and I could keep him in the shade and not get sunburned. So I really didn't mind it. But when it came down to it, on the 3rd or 4th day, when, you know, I'm having to go home to unload the gear to get him home so that way, you know, I could start my work week and stuff, and he still didn't want to leave. My son would get, talk about that. Yes, when they catch, they're happy, but when somebody else is catching and they're not catching, my son got real competitive, man. You saw him like changing baits, checking leaders, doing like seeing what I would do, you know, and he would, yeah, that boy, if he wasn't catching, he was putting in the work to ensure he wouldn't just give up and say, I can't catch. No, he was, I'm gonna find out how they're catching and do it too. And that was the awesome thing about it. Like he was real competitive in that nature, and I don't know where he gets that from at all. I really don't. You know, I'm so. How you doing, boss?
Landbased Shark you guys care about? Got some pineapple, strawberry banana, Rice Krispies, brownies, blueberry, banana nut.
God, you're such a bad influence. Do the brownie.
Brownies?
Yeah. Give me just a second, boss. Yeah. I've done that a few times with my son. Yep. But he also got to the point that, you know, he didn't want me, you know, setting the hook. He wanted to do it all himself, baiting it, casting it, you know. He caught on real fast, real brilliant young man. And you know, now don't get me wrong, he loved still being able to fight the fish, but it didn't give him the same thrill as him catching it all on his own. Like, almost done. You like a water, boss?
Sir.
Here you go.
What would you like to see? Like the one with Rice Krispies, the one with chocolate chips in it, or the one with pecans?
Oh, you got, oh man. Both. There you go, boss.
That's it.
And I literally was just about to ask you if y'all had the one with the chocolate chip there,
Yes, sir.
chips in there.
Thanks for doing that.
Yes, sir. You have a good one, boss.
You go water.
Yes, sir. Oh, man. Oh, I'm gonna have to do some working out for sure, man. Those guys are such bad influences. Shoot, that's what Zabinky rigs are for, boss. Set those up with a couple of pieces of fish bites. Shit. Hundreds of fish later, it's like, Dad, come on, we're waiting for the big one already and stuff.